I mean, I don't know,
Black.
man. This is the
Sometimes they
first.
call it a black tie event. This is the black tea event. This is our staple. It's a
I
black
mean,
tea event.
hey, it's an anniversary. I don't even know why we came in so dark. It's an anniversary.
I ain't gonna lie, I like that black little white background. I just fell in love
No,
with
I do like that. I do like that. It look like this, like the light shining
yeah,
on you a little bit.
those
I like that.
photos.
But like I said, it's our anniversary. We back again. You know.
What
Uh,
anniversary is this? This
oh,
is
it's, you know.
YouTube, or is this is what is this?
I feel like this is the whole. This is the start of everything because we didn't get on YouTube until I believe like right after Fourth of July, or I want to say it was the Fourth of July. So this is just like I said, this is the start of everything. Um, but as of right now, like I said, with the starts, a lot of people want to know who you got as the best player in the NBA draft, and what do you think his start should be?
NBA draft.
Yeah, I mean, if you got an NFL take, by all means.
I'm gonna go NFL first. Uh, Jeremiah Love, probably. Probably
Like he's the
Jeremiah. It's
best
between
prospect in
him.
there.
It's between him. Nah, I got him over Ruben. So
I don't have Ruben being the second best player in this draft.
Sonny stops picking up steam, but no. Yeah, I'm going Jeremiah Love.
I mean, it's his teammate, but it won't Sonny.
What you talking about, Reese? I ain't really too big on him,
Everybody
man.
talking about, man. We talking about Caleb Downs.
You
We
got
talking
Caleb
about
over them guys?
athletically. They are. I think they are better as a prospect. Caleb Caleb's definitely the second best prospect in this draft. I don't disagree with you with Jeremiah Love. I do think he's definitely the best prospect in this draft. I feel like Caleb's the best defensive prospect in this draft.
Oh, so we
Like
agree
he's a
on the best.
yeah, like
We
he's a
disagree on
I,
second.
yeah, I just feel like Caleb's is a guaranteed plug and play starter on defense.
I think Sonny is too. Well, when we go to second, I got a broader argument because I like Sonny. Caleb is in the argument for sure. Uh, and then
'Cause I don't have Reese up there. I
okay,
think, like I
so we
said,
there. We on the same page there. But nah, I like Bane though. I ain't gonna lie. He might be in the argument for second best too. I like Ruben.
I think he's top five
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I'm not disgruntled by his arm length.
Yeah, I learned to not overreact to some of these stuff that they put into the
There's
narrative.
some things you just got to look at the film for.
Yeah. If the length of his arm erases all his years on film, then I think it's a problem in the evaluation process, not in the player. But I'm
But
surprised we
um,
agree on number one. We agree on Jeremiah.
Jeremiah got the same chance if the Jets weren't number two, I should say,
Mhm.
to go as high in the draft as Saquon did.
Right, but running backs.
Yeah, they fell out of favor and everything, but
We're not investing no top five in running backs, which he still can sneak in, but
I'm gonna say,
we're not that
I got,
comfortable investing in the top
I
five.
got him. I say I actually got him top five unless some teams trade up.
Well, you must have got him at five.
Get him at five. I see.
Who you got him
I
going to?
see. I see Tennessee can get him at Tennessee can get him.
Tennessee's a good one.
I
They
feel like
four?
Tennessee a good fit for. Um, Arizona could get him. I mean, if they decided they wanted to actually move
No
on from
sir.
James Conner.
No sir. When you got problems like that, you can't go running back this early. All due respect to Jeremiah Love, he's deserving of it, but they got too many. When you get that fourth spot, you need to nail this one. And running back is not. What can I say to not diminish the value of that running back position any more than they already have? Uh, uh, it's not as viable or directly involved with winning. You can win with a subpar running back, or
Yeah.
more so running back committee, because that's what we're switching to really. But when you ain't got no quarterback, you ain't got no line, you ain't got no justified offensive weapons as far as receivers, your defense isn't strong, I can't go running back.
Welcome to Point Blank Period. Point Blank Period.
Point blank period.
Point blank period.
Point Blank Period. No pressure.
Can't have a baseball conversation without bringing up Otani.
He's a great pitcher and a power hitter. Yo, this man's top 5.
I'm still taking today's NFL.
I'm going with the Niners.
None of them are better than Brady.
This is your argument?
No, what I'm saying is, who's MVP? Do they not matter no more?
Everything you said before that point is irrelevant.
Not how the NFL works, baby. We drafted your replacement already. So
I don't got to talk to no peon.
why not just come back and prove?
This time he's really going off. Fireworks.
Because we can't argue facts. What I told you when you got involved with this.
This
Grown
is
man business. Grown man business.
Welcome to Point Blank Period Podcast, the best sports podcast, Point Blank Period. Today is episode 52, Rookies of the Year. We're holding all the cards. So normally I get straight to it with the topics, but I just got to say a couple of things, just a little bit of things. So respectfully, I ain't here to brag, but respectfully, I got to say congratulations to us. 52 straight weeks. We ain't missed a week yet. Most podcasts, especially sports podcasts, don't last past 10 episodes. That's how far they get. So right now, we outpacing 90% of everybody who ever started the sports podcast. That's first and foremost. Season 2, we're putting our foot in the All right, with that being said, we're going to get to holding the cards for the player of the week for the final week of the NBA season. I'm going to start with you, Mr. KD. Who you got for your player of the week?
Player of the week for the East. Usually I start with the West, so you know I got something up my sleeve. For the East, Brandon Ingram. It's about time somebody from Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah, you got me that. You got about time somebody from Toronto get some recognition for the season they have. Been real quiet, but it's been successful.
I want to say we said Scotty Barnes' name.
Scotty got one earlier. I think Scotty got one earlier. But side note, Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram, who the better player? It just came to my mind, so I asked. Okay.
Oh no, I would like to say Scotty.
It's tight. You know,
yeah, it is. That's tight. I just think I would give it to Scotty because of the defensive edge, and
I'm gonna give it to Ingram because of the experience.
So he's been doing it longer.
It'll be a tight. What's yours, IT? Maybe you the tiebreaker. Second.
I would go on Scotty, and it's kind of the inverse of what you said. You said experience for Ingram. I would go with Scotty because he's young. I feel like he had more room to grow. So I feel like if they bout equal and I'm younger than you, that means by the time I get to your spot, I'm gonna be ahead of you. So that's the only reason I say Scotty.
That's the only thing about that. You can
that's not a guarantee.
My money guaranteed. Yours is projected.
But we splitting hairs here. It ain't like one is just so much better than the other. So we kind of splitting hairs. So I got to pick some. And with Amari also defensively, that's another one too. But he can't score like Ingram can. So I'm going to just say the youth. I'm going to pick the youth factor.
Well, yeah, out East, Brandon Ingram averaging 26 and 7, shooting 60% from the field. Toronto was 3-1 in their last 4 that week. So Brandon Ingram gets the nod out East. Out West, the first time we said this person's name all year. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it is because in the beginning.
It might have been because we said a lot of SGA and Jokic,
Cade, Jaylen Brown, Jokic.
It was like we had a lot of repeats, so this might have been his first time up here, but it's well deserved, and he broke a record.
Old man James.
Into him every time. Give him one. And I believe this is like
10. They talk about Luka hurt.
This is like 700. I want to say this is like they say either 600 or 700. Like his player of the week selection.
Sound like greatness to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They say what they were saying, Amari. They said the man Luka hurt. Austin Reeves hurt.
Just sound like extra days in the training room. It sounds like extra days in the training room for me.
A little tape. And here goes my bold statement. He about to amp it up in the playoffs because that's what he do. But for the first time this season, I believe, if it's not, we apologize. 24, 6, and 10, King James closes the season. as a player of the week. So some people might say on top, but hey, that's here nor there.
Hey, he ended the season on top right now. Well, I should say ending the regular season on top right now.
For the haters that think he's done, washed, or can't be this, can't be that, it's a lot of eligible guys for player of the week, and he's won it again.
Like I said, it's either the 600 or 700th time that he's done it. So you don't do it that many times, and you can't be labeled washed or great or not great at some point. At 41.
41.
Yeah, anything else to say about the player of the week, Mr. Amari? All right, so let's get to our injury/trade rumors. And I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari, with the NFL. Dontavion Wicks is traded from the Packers to the Eagles. Now, this is the second wide receiver that have been traded to the Eagles. What does this say about the Eagles, and in particular AJ Brown? What's your thoughts?
With Dontavion Wicks headed to Philadelphia, I really just think this makes Philly in a more prominent spot to part ways with AJ. I don't think that is the most likely or will come for a cheap ask, but there have been plenty of talks with AJ being linked to New England. Me and Katie have stated it a few episodes ago that we both believe that AJ Brown is headed to New England post June 1st. So with this move to get Wicks, you get another big body receiver on the outside. Granted, he's a little bit inexperienced compared to what AJ Brown is, and he's not the most proven talent, but he does still offer some value to the outside. But now this leaves the Packers receiving room kind of in a little bit of weary, and it kind of clears up some things for some of their players, because now this wide receiver room is headed by Christian Watson, Jada Reed, Matthew Golden, Savion Williams, and Sky Moore. So as another team walking for the second year in a row, or I should say even more so the third year in a row, going into the beginning of the season with no clear-cut number one wide receiver. I think this is the year that somebody actually has to separate, being that somebody truly has to step up in this receiver room to get things done. But it does, like I said, put a little bit more earnest on Philly on how they want to carry out this AJ Brown situation. KD, how do you feel?
Yeah, the biggest takeaway from this whole thing is, I believe, setting the table for AJ Brown's departure. That's the biggest thing to take away from it. I didn't spend too much time looking into the Green Bay side of things because, like that gap you were talking about, the last 2-3 years, they've been really a committee receiver group where we've had multiple guys that can do multiple things, and we just throw them out there and we insinuate their talents as far as shout out to LaFleur. But so I think they'll be all right with the receivers. And they'll probably get a mid to later round guy that they can throw in that room and refresh the room and everything. So I don't think they lost too much. But it's really, like I said, setting the table for AJ Brown's departure in Philly. I think the reality is starting to dawn on more people that this is, it's almost inevitable.
And Mr. Mark, I'm gonna ask you and Mr. KD, I'm gonna start with you first. Does this hurt the Packers? And I ain't even talking about him leaving. I was talking about not having a true number one and doing it like basically wide receiver by committee. Is it better to have an alpha dog, a Jamar Chase, or somebody to that effect, a number one, or is this better we could just spread the love around?
I feel like KD gonna like what I'm about to say, but when you have in your words, as you said, an alpha dog such as Jamar Chase on the outside, that definitely does change your whole game plan. When you have other guys that can complement his game, but you have him out there. So getting a number one would definitely, I believe, strengthen the Super Bowl chances or the Super Bowl aspirations that Green Bay does have. But they have been very successful with their wide receiver by committee approach in the past few years.
Yeah, that's based on situation. Like Kamar said, if you got the opportunity to get that guy, of course you're gonna be better off. But sometimes you can have that guy and then don't have nobody else, and that kind of diminishes the value of that guy. So the committee way is a way to go when you talk about depth and you talk about different bodies that are able to do different things. And just like Amar ended off, if you want to see it come to fruition and work visibly, it's been the Packers for the past couple of seasons. But also, I believe they think they have a one. I think they really still believe Christian Watson is one.
I mean, with the size and the frame that he has, if he can stay healthy,
Yeah.
and I mean, I truly think the talent is there. It's just at this point, even with 3 years under his belt, I just think it's still untapped potential.
Yeah, because we haven't seen him stay on the field for the most part. But it's coming up on that time. He's gonna have to show something.
All right, Mr. Amari. Last week we forgot to mention Dexter Lawrence demanded a trade from the New York Giants. What's your thoughts about this?
He's definitely going to have a good asking price, being one of the top defensive tackles in the NFL right now. But I'm not exactly sure who his suitors would be. I could see maybe the Chicago
Cincinnati.
Bears reaching out. KD wants Cincinnati to reach out. I don't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the asking price. I, I think that would definitely. I don't know. Maybe I do have the funds to pay him. Because I just think that this is one of those moves. I mean, of course, he has a expiring contract coming up. So if you flash the money in his face with the bright future that New York has, I'm pretty sure he'll sell. He'll stay on. Well, I already heard what you said. You want him there, but
First off, before I dive into the whole projection of what happened, I got a Giants buddy, shout out LB, and we talked about this as soon as it happened in the group chat. Uh, this trade demand route it's been happening so frequently and so often that the surprise of it or the awe of it has to be diminished by now. Like we see a trade demand every other week, and the percentage of them that actually happen are less than the ones that don't. So it sounds like a attention grabbing moment when you say this, but it's just a whole nother trade demand that we don't know what will happen. But with Dexter Lawrence situation, I would love for him to actually be traded because I want him to be traded to Cincinnati. He's still a valuable player, still a dominant player, still top of his position. And if he's truly available, if it's past negotiations, if that door is closed, we can't get to the point of agreeing. He'll have viable suitors all over the league. But I'm not sold on the fact that he won't be playing for the Giants next year. This trade demand
So,
approach is just overused at this
Mr.
point.
KD, if he's up for trade, why are you so interested in him? Do you think he fit the scheme? Just why are you so interested as the Bengals fan?
Dexter Lawrence is one of those players who is the scheme. You put him anywhere.
scheme against him.
Yeah, you put him anywhere, and he's going to be able to do what he does. So it's not about what he fits. I don't see him not fitting anywhere. That preaches to the dominance he brings and the dominance he is. The dominant he is as a D tackle inside. And the size, man. You can't coach size. That's he could be on the field and be disruptive by just taking up 2 men. That's already doing his job. But yeah, he's just one of those players that doesn't have to fit into a scheme. He is the scheme. You got to ask, will the scheme fit around him? You got to alter.
All right.
And in Cincinnati, it'll be perfect.
I mean, Jonathan Allen.
Go get him, Mike. Go get him, Mike.
Yeah, McCarthy, right?
Go get him, Mike. You don't want that, Lawrence. You can't put him and Cam Hayward on the same line.
Well, I can't.
All right. Before we get to the next part of this topic, I'm asking you this, Mr. Amari. B. John Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons, they just picked up his 5th-year option. What's your thought?
They planning to give him a big extension. I just think they're waiting for. I believe this is the same year AJ Terrell's contract is expiring, so you want to get ahead of that to make him one of the top paid corners. Yeah, AJ Terrell.
Oh, you say he's from Atlanta? Okay.
Yeah, so I think they're trying to gear up some money to kind of get for his extension, but I do think Bijan's extension is coming.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still looking for something. Do they want him to see him be healthy another year? I don't know what they're still gauging for, but it might just be a cap move, like you said. We're just doing it at the better time for us financially. But yeah, Bijan is, I want to say, proven already. He is who he is. We know who he is.
Yeah, I'm about to ask both of y'all. Is he the best player on the Atlanta Falcons?
I don't know about that.
Jesse Bates.
I don't know about that. AJ Terrell is up there too, so I don't know.
I want to say Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, but yeah, Bijan is definitely one of them. Definitely top 3 on that team.
He's in the argument. He's probably the best offensive. Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, he's definitely the Chris Lindstrom, but yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah,
And I think I looked it up today. I think he's 24, so to lock him up, and he's a top 5, 6, wherever you want to put him at running back. I think it's on the smart to do it to lock him down and make him the star
Get
like
ahead of
y'all
the
said.
curve. You talking about the
Like,
Jets still haven't paid Brees Hall, but you have
crazy thing
Bijan.
is that's one position, and man, it's this podcast is gonna be retitled the running back disrespect podcast. That's one position where you don't have to be ahead. You can wait your time out, and if you're a little late and you got to overpay a little bit, it still ain't hurting you as much as some of these other positions you be late on. So I think this is the smart move actually, because I don't want to talk about it, but another injury, then we got to talk about how much we're going to invest into him, or yeah. So
Yeah, he hasn't had any big injuries, but if he does, then yeah,
yesterday's price, not
it's not
today's
too
price.
long.
all right. So we're gonna get to the NBA side of the things. And I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD. On a scale from 0 to 100, how healthy do you believe Tatum is going into the playoffs?
JT is
85.
probably. You say what he at?
I said 85.
I got him at 80, 80, 85. That depends on how he feel when he wake up that morning. That's close enough.
Yeah.
He looks good. I mean, he doesn't look to the standard of Jason Tatum, but that's just because that standard was so high from his previous production. But he looks good enough. Boston looks
He,
good enough.
that man put
So
up a triple double sore.
yeah, but he don't know real. See, I don't like when y'all be praising these little triple doubles, and then when Jokic do a crazy one, y'all just act like it didn't happen. I just
Oh
don't
my
get.
God.
I don't understand. Do we
I
still
just knew
value
this
the
was about
triple
to
double
lead
as a
back to
set
Jokic.
standard?
I just knew it was.
We just do little baby triple doubles and oh, look what he did. Jokic go
Jokic's
20,
not coming off of
20, and
Jokic.
15, and we act like
Jokic
it
is
didn't
not
happen.
coming up. He's not coming off of ACL or Achilles tear.
We act like that. Then that 20, 20, and 15. Up, just another Tuesday. But yeah, Tatum is 80%, 80 to 85%. Good enough that we don't look at Boston with any hesitation. I don't want no asterisks behind his name or the Boston Celtics name. They're healthy enough to get the job done, and they're talented enough. So yeah, Tatum's good, Boston's good.
I believe he about 75. I still don't see the lift and the takeoff in the first step. There's little things like that. But to your point, there's no excuse. You're on the court. We see you playing, and you also got a MVP candidate as the lead dog at least this season. So we're not asking you to do everything. So there's no reason for nobody to say, "Oh, well, he was hurt." If he was hurt, they still got another star right there. So there's no excuses. Either you get
Yeah,
it done or
Derek
you.
White.
Been there for about yeah,
All right.
been there.
So Anthony Edwards supposed to have runner's knee. How do you think this will affect him in the playoffs and the Timberwolves as a whole, Mr. KD?
Well, I hope it affects him in the first round, because that's my matchup. So I need him to be a little ran out if you want to use the ping off the runner's knee. But no, I think he missed 11 of the last 14 games. I think that was out of caution. They wanted to be safe, rather safe than sorry, with him finishing the season. But I think he'll be fine. It kind of works to their advantage because if you walk into a series with the hesitancy on what level of Anthony Edwards you're going to get, sometimes they can catch you off guard. So I hope we, as in the Denver Nuggets, don't fall into that trap and we attack them just as if he was 100%. Now I'm not sure if he's 100%, but to be honest, I don't think anyone that's went through the rigor of the season is 100% at this point. But I think he'll be good enough to beat Anthony Edwards in the playoffs.
To that point, Mr. KD, game 1 and game 2, y'all gonna have to make him show that his knee is all right. Like I'm pressing him. Like whatever I got to do to make him use so much energy, I'm gonna press up on him because I got to prove. You got to prove to me that that knee is healthy. As of right now, I don't know, but you're gonna have to prove it to me. So that's what I do if I was the Denver Nuggets. I'll make him show me that knee is healthy. But with that being said, I'm gonna ask you this last question before we get to the next topic. Any other major injury concerns going into the playoffs?
Of course, the Lakers are going to come up with Luca and Reeves. Reeves is more than likely out for the first round. Um, Luca, there's more optimism. No guarantees, but there's more optimism with his procedure he went to Turkey to get, I believe. Um, so we'll see how that develops as it once he touched back down. But I don't think neither one will be ready for game one. Well, I know not Reeves, but I don't think Luca will be ready for game one. I do think he'll show up in the series at some point. But Yeah, those injuries are disheartening because the Lakers were really picking up, and they was looking like a full unit, and to get depleted and within them two injuries that quickly, uh, it's definitely disheartening. But other than that, Embiid is set to miss the playing game, so there's no
Uh,
guarantee that Philly even extends their season
uh,
with the appendicitis. But this is what we've come to. When is the last time he went into the playoffs healthy? There's a question that comes up. When did he
I
go into
seen
the post?
something like 7 of the last 9 playoffs. He had something wrong with him.
Yep, and then Steph Curry, he's active, back healthy, but Steve Kerr's being cautious with his older guys coming off injuries, so he's on
hey, that
a
man
light
Kawhi,
minute restriction.
Kawhi said he know not to take him lightly.
Oh yeah, Steph Curry's still Steph Curry, but Steve Kerr just being cautious with him, and we'll see how that plays out for him in the plan. Miami's Miami's experience is showing.
All right. So more football with Mr. Amari. So it's just been recently stated that Travis Hunter would be, I guess, a full-time cornerback, and I guess it'd be a part-time wide receiver, but they're gonna primarily focus him as the cornerback. What's your thoughts about this, Mr. Amari?
I will say to you, as Travis Hunter has already stated to the media, who said that?
He said that.
He said that. He was who said that?
Young
He
fella.
said this proposal was never came to approach to him about. So who said that?
Because it's outside your hands, buddy.
I mean, I do think, and I've stated this before. I don't know. I believe this was off script, off line, and everything. But with I told him. I said I think Travis Hunter was worth that top 5 pick as a corner, but as a receiver, no.
Well, I know I
As a
said it on this podcast that we had the whole topic of what should they do with him before he got to the league, and I said he needs to be a primary corner and have packages for him a wide receiver. So I know for certain. I said that up here, and they just delayed the process.
it's not necessarily something that I'm against, but like I said, I'm gonna say it just like he said it. Who said that?
I'll tell you who said it. Uh, was my man Khan, Shad Khan. He said it.
All right. And speaking about draft in particular, last year, that is, Mr. Amari, what pick last year in particular that you just disagree with wholeheartedly, especially now we got a year removed for saying where they win that, how was they playing, did they go too high, too low, wrong system, whatever your thoughts is, what was the one draft pick that you just disagreed with the most?
I did not agree with the Detroit Lions taking D tackle out of Ohio State, Tyleek Williams. I feel like they should have addressed the edge position to get somebody to pair alongside with Aiden Hutchinson to kind of reinvigorate that pass rush that they were so desperately lacking after his injury. So being that they did try to beef up the middle, ultimately trying to secure run stuffers, but I just think this was definitely this last year's draft was definitely a year that you could have attacked edge and you could have found a good plug and play starter or a decent rotational piece until their second year for them to be the starter in that draft class.
Yeah, last draft class, you went further down the line. I was up top. I thought New England should have went for an offensive weapon. I think they had the ability to go with Ashton Genty, Tet, Ibuka. They had options, and they didn't. They attacked offense, but they didn't go weapon side. And I think they'll regret that in the long term, even though they're coming off a Super Bowl berth. So it's kind of
I was
crazy.
about to say, I mean, them getting a left tackle ultimately kind of led them to the Super Bowl.
And then them getting a running back, they might have won the Super
They did get a running back. They just didn't play him in the Super Bowl.
Bowl. No, I'm talking about Genty, a running back of that level, or Tet, or Ibuka. I'm talking about offensive weapons. Because
Yeah.
what in that Super Bowl could they score? They couldn't get nothing going on offense. Will Campbell ain't gonna help you with that.
All right. So
That's
I'm gonna call this the Tom Brady Awards. 3 quarterbacks that wasn't that good in college that end up being good to great in the NFL. Either they still playing or they played. It's on you, Mr. Amari.
well, I feel like the first one is honestly very a little bit easy. Yeah, they made a movie about the guy, but Kurt Warner. He ultimately didn't have a good college career. Went undrafted, got cut numerous times. Ended up being a Super Bowl champion, and Like his career was kind of set out with everybody kind of knows the story about it. Then number two, I got Brett Favre. I mean, again, another terrible start. Drafted to Atlanta, another just had a terrible start there, and then eventually, everybody knows he eventually becomes a Hall of Fame quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, traveling to the Jets and eventually the Vikings. And then last but not least, I have Matt Castle. Literally not starting a single game in college, but then becoming an NFL starter.
He's a champion though.
One
Yeah,
Matt
yeah.
Castle, USC, Mr. Marvin.
Yes, he was. He was behind Matt Leinart
Yeah,
and
yeah, I remember that. Yup.
Two
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Heisman.
he-
Two Heisman.
yeah,
You know who?
two. Yeah, he was behind.
That wasn't
Yeah.
his fault. He couldn't get on that field.
Big
I
CP.
mean, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was buried on that depth chart, but like I said, definitely became an NFL starting quarterback. Very serviceable as well. So
We got the top dog unanimous, Kurt Warner. We differed on the last two. I was with Matt Castle. I wanted to put him, but I slid my biasness into it because that's what I do, and I had to put Joe Flacco in there. Another Super Bowl winning champ, but he was actually the starting quarterback for his Super Bowl. And my third one, which was actually second place, but I just threw Flacco in there, Mr. 1-9 himself, Johnny Unitas. When we talk about what he was able to accomplish out of Louisville, Kentucky, going to the NFL with one Super Bowl and then a couple of NFL championships, he definitely raised the ladder. I mean, raised the roof on in his professional career. But I like Brett Favre. I like that one.
Yeah, I like Brett Favre, but I ain't expect for you to go to Johnny Unitas. You went back. You went back to black and white. Okay.
crank
Who he
TVs.
is because of his accomplishments in the league. Nobody goes back to anything he did in college. Well, he didn't really have too many opportunities either.
All right.
That's the whole reason for this question because they didn't do much in college.
Yeah, exactly. But with that being said, 1 year wonder in the NFL. What player was a 1 year wonder and they just fell off the map? It's on you, Mr. Amari, then Mr. KD, and I get my five after y'all two.
You don't get no
Give you,
five.
I'll give you a Madden cover right now.
Oh, I know where he going.
Again, hey man, he played for the Browns. You was only guaranteed to get 1 year. Matter of fact, I would give you two, but the other guy was kind of he was good. He was troubled.
I
But
got him too.
Peyton
I got
Hillis,
him too.
I got Peyton Hillis as number one, having his one breakout season with the Browns. I would like to say he went for 1,400 yards with 13 touchdowns and made the Madden cover. But after that, zilch, did nothing else. Um, David Tyree, mostly known for the Super Bowl helmet catch, but really spotty production as a wide receiver throughout his career in general. Another 1 year wonder, Tim Tebow.
Hey, what did he do in that 1 year, if you don't mind?
You know what? Now I take it back. Tim Tebow had more than he had great years. You know, he even came
Okay.
back to the NFL as a tight
Okay.
end.
Okay. Okay.
But Tim Tebow's 1 year, I mean, he did secure a playoff win, but nothing virtually good from that afterwards. Um, Matt Flynn with his great
Mm.
season with the Packers, putting up 29 touchdowns, securing a big payday from Seattle,
Went and
to
robbed them
then
people.
to
Yeah.
then never start a game for Seattle
$40 billion.
afterwards.
I forgot about
Uh,
him.
and then, last but not least, the guy that I was talking about earlier, Mr. KD also has him on his list, so you'll get the chance to hear about him twice. Um, More troubled than anything, but Josh Gordon. Um, I believe 1,400 yards in 14 games. He
1,600.
he got 1,600 yards in 14 games, and even still after that was putting up illustrious moments from team bouncing from team to team, but was just constantly plagued with suspension over and over due to substance abuse. Katie, who you got?
So let me get our similarities out. You got Peyton Hillis, of course, and you got Josh Gordon. Um, I'll take that because he fooled me. I ain't gonna say fooled. That's bad terminology. His talents were superb, so therefore, that's what he sold me. Put it that way. I was sold on his production. Name you didn't say RG3, man. RG3 has to come up when we're talking about that 1 year. Now, of course, it was due to injury, and some will blame it on people that was situation that was out of his control, but he has to be on that list. Nick Foles. We forget Nick Foles had an MVP like season when he put up 27-2.
You talking about that year that I think he took over for Vic, right?
Yeah, when he was just running through 27-2, and now of course after that he ended up coming in clutch in the playoffs to get them the Super Bowl. But we're talking about as a regular season what he did, and we never saw that again. He was actually solidified for a little bit as far as in other people's eyes, but we never saw it again. So that's 4. And my 5th one, I'm gonna go with Ickey Woods, man. I want to go somewhere else, and I'm gonna bring his name up after we close it. But Ickey Woods had a tremendous '88 season, and that season and maybe partially 2 seasons probably solidified him as a legend. But it was really the dance, if we want to be.
Yeah,
let's
If
be
we really want to
real.
be honest, it was the dance. But Ickey Woods will close that list out. And I wanted to put Cam Newton in this list so bad.
Cam.
I wanted to put
that
Cam
2015
in this
season
so bad.
But after that,
because that MVP season was phenomenal.
That was his peak, but he still had a suitable NFL career outside of that, before and outside. I want to say his first game ever, he broke the rookie record for the most passes, most yards.
None of that. Have we ever seen you match the level that they put you at after that MVP season?
Nah.
A name that I thought you would have said, but you didn't. I actually have him on my paper, but he was my honorable mention, which is RG3.
I did.
Oh, he said
RG3. After the 2 we agreed on, I bought RG3 in first. I'm surprised he ain't on your list. He should be on everybody's list.
I mean, RG. Hey man, that Heisman
formation. All right, so I'm gonna go 5 to 1.
Updates.
At 5, and it's crazy because I'm right there with you, Mr. KD. I went Ickey Woods that '88 season.
See, I wasn't trying to be that guy.
Well, you didn't want to tell us what Tebow made his season off of. You didn't want to say that part.
I did. I said it. I said why he got it. I didn't say who. I just said
who
he got his
win
playoff win.
We just want the people want to know.
The people didn't ask that question.
Well, I want to know.
All right, so Ickey Woods at number 5, RG3 at number 4, and then I'm sorry, Cleveland Brown fans, please don't think I'm shooting shots, but the rest of this list is all y'all. Derek Anderson at number 3.
Yeah, he was another one.
Josh Gordon at number 2, and we got to go with Mr. Madden cover. The fact that he even got a Madden cover is ridiculous. Like,
I ain't gonna say ridiculous.
I ain't gonna say it's ridiculous. I ain't gonna say it's ridiculous.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
He put up 1,400 yards, and he was a fullback technically.
And that's just rushing.
But even then, it was like a little debate. But he got voted for it, so the fans voted, and they wanted him. So the people got what they wanted. And
for him to win that award, playing in Cleveland, I mean, you had earned it.
And that's why I said I got 3 out of 5 from Cleveland, and I'm starting to think these ain't 1-year blips. Cleveland just sucked. It's something over there in Cleveland. It's Cleveland fault. I ain't even gonna blame y'all.
They were all. I want to say. Well, I believe Josh Gordon, when he was there, they won at least 1 game. But I believe they were all there during, them 0-16.
Who was the other one? Derek Anderson. Oh.
Yeah, Derek Anderson. And he went. I think he got paid off that one season too. And I forgot where he went.
Never got paid. What do you mean by paid?
So I think Carolina, somebody paid him to be their starter. If I ain't mistaken, I want to say it was Carolina.
It definitely was Carolina.
He did play for Carolina. I don't believe they paid him no ransom.
Probably ain't paying him no big money, but hey, you give me a second contract and I'm just trash until that one season.
Yeah, you know.
Now he don't get Flynn money, but he still got. I mean,
hey, that was a great one. Amari brought up. I forgot about Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn robbed the world. And
then lost his job in training.
He went to the Raiders after that, right?
Yep.
I don't even remember with the Raiders.
Don't nobody remember him after Green Bay?
He literally never got another starting job after he left Green Bay.
Mr. KD, I think you said you had one more that you didn't say. Who was that?
I said him, Cam.
Oh, it was Cam. That's it. I don't know if I agree with Cam.
I bet
that's the one.
You be still holding on to hope. You be still holding on that he gonna turn his career around. That man retired. Ain't nothing else coming out. All the juice is gone from this lemon.
But I'm saying I think he won Rookie of the Year, so he won Rookie of the Year and MVP in 2 different seasons. You can't say 1 year wonder,
You know
man.
what? That's why I didn't put him in the 5 because he's not a 1 year wonder. Matter of fact, let me check that because that's not what I meant when I thought of his name. When I thought of his name, I was thinking after that MVP season, the plateau that the most people put him at. Post that season, has he ever reached that plateau in that realm that everybody had him at? And so maybe it's not a one-hit wonder. Maybe it's more so a fall
Fell
from
off the
grace
cliff.
as well as have I where we put you? Did you justify after that season? So you know what? Yeah, I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to clarify that. Not a 1 year wonder, not at all. He's a 3 year wonder.
And with that being said, Mr. KD, we're gonna get to the NBA side. So in other NBA news with Mr. KD.
4 year wonder. 4 year wonder. It was 4.
You said what, Mr. KD?
I think it was 4 years. I think it was 4.
So we're gonna ask the same question for the NBA side. The top 5 1 year wonders in the NBA is on you, Mr. KD.
Just like Kurt Warner was the unanimous number 1 in the NFL side, I think unanimously on the NBA side it'll be Jeremy Lin. Lin's sanity was crazy. His market helped him. Well, it might have hurt him when you look at it. They helped. It might have been hurt.
That was a crazy look. That was a crazy moment in time.
It wasn't even a 1 year one. It was like 3 to 4 months.
It was literally a week.
2 months. It might have been 2 to 3 months actually.
I swear it was like a week.
No, he went crazy for at least a month because he kept living it up and ESPN kept playing the heck out of it. But Jeremy Lin, Tyreek Evans, another guy. He's
Tyreek Evans. Oh man,
so he sold me. I believed in Tyreek Evans when he was. Yeah.
Hey, I was a believer in Tyreek Evans.
Isaiah Thomas. I hate putting his name up there. I really didn't want to do it, but I had to. That break the bank season or bring the Brinks truck season, it did not age well. And he might fit into that same Cam Newton narrative I just played. That it might not be necessarily a 1 year wonder. It's just 1 year that I picked you from your career. You never match that again after. So Isaiah Thomas.
This is bad. That just gave me a whole little point of view. I'm like, damn. I guess he fits the description because I'm sitting here like, I mean, Paul George had numerous years, but it's like
I got
Michael Carter Williams.
Yes, sir. After that rookie year,
I'm about to say literally after his rookie year, I don't think I ever heard his name again.
You've done nothing.
That's just, Dante Exum.
And man, he's still playing. I'm kind of like Cam Newton because I liked Exum coming into the league from overseas, and because his size at a guard position, I liked it.
And he had like a crazy wingspan and everything.
Yeah, it never really came to fruition. But I'm just like IT with Cam. I still got hope. The difference is my guy's still playing. Yo got podcasting.
Yo got doing the same thing we doing.
Yeah, but I ain't got Exum. It's a good one, but I ain't got Exum. I got 3 names. I got to pick one. Greg Oden. We know what happened, but it is what it is.
What was his year?
I think that first year when he almost put up a double-double was a solid year. Usually his first or second year, then that knee injury happened, and we've never.
I'm weak at IT's response. What was his year?
Ohio State.
With Mike Conley. It's on you, Mr. Barber.
No, basketball 1 year wonders. I mean, I could definitely agree with Jeremy Lin. I said that's definitely one. It kind of hurts to say, but I'm sitting here looking at it like as you was describing. I'm like, I think Paul George fits this list. Like,
no,
he truly had. He had some good years, but it's like you had one season where everybody was like, yeah, like playoff P, and after that,
you making my description on the Isaiah Thomas and Cam Newton. Nah, PG had years. When he was battling, like PG got 2 different phases actually.
I mean,
when he was battling LeBron, and then his OKC days as well. So and then some people might say his Clippers days too, but nah, PG had his years.
Hassan Whiteside, all the tangibles to be an elite scorer, elite rim protector. I just think he was lazy. I genuinely just think he got lazy. He got paid, and then after that, it was just I don't really care.
You said Michael Carter Williams, so that's another one for you.
And I said, yeah, Michael Carter Williams. I just want trying to steal from the list. Mm-mm.
Sometimes it ain't stealing; it's just reality. Jeremy Lin won't stealing. That's just reality.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that one. Oh no, I think that might be it. I can't even think of nobody else right now.
All
I
right.
want to say
So
like Gerald Green, but I don't know.
he had like
He
a surgeon
he
year.
was. Yeah, I'm about to say
Year.
he was alright.
Yeah, like
He had a good year.
yeah. So I'm right there with you, Mr. KD and Mr. Mario, Michael Carter Williams. Tyreek Evans, I thought he was gonna be transformative. Like I think he like 6'6", playing the point guard. I believed in him. Let me down. Kyle Cover. That year he went to the All-Star game. I think they had 4 players went to the All-Star game that year with Atlanta Hawks.
Josh Smith, Paul Millsap, Kyle Korver.
The
Yeah,
Johnson.
Mr.
KD,
KD,
I
the
thought.
bubble TJ Warren. Boy,
Bubble TJ Warren. Hey
yeah,
man, TJ Warren was a bucket. He
yeah,
was.
that only for that little bit of time. And like everybody said, the number one, insanity. Like he never got back to that heights. And when you really put him on a microscope, he wasn't that guy. He's a
I
great
mean,
role player. He's solid on the bench. He can come get
oh
you
yeah.
10, 12 points, whatever. But
You
yeah, that
said
was
Bubble TJ Warren. I'm just sitting here thinking like Jay Crowder in any playoff series. Like you put Jay Crowder in any playoff series. He ain't played no valuable minutes all season. Here you go. Bobby Porter's at any point in the playoffs. Like
so. Speaking of playoff success, Mr. KD, as my man heads to the hall, he also heading home. Doc Rivers, that is. Him and the Buck mutually parted ways. What's your thoughts about this, Mr. KD?
I
They
told you. I told
not
you. I told you.
necessarily.
I told you. Go ahead, Katie.
It's not them they parted ways yet because I think that they're negotiating whether he's going to move up to the front office or not. I think they're
Oh
leaving the
Lord.
door open for if he don't get another coaching opportunity. But as
They
far as
trying to
him in
run
the
that
head,
team for perpetuity.
huh?
They trying to ruin that team for perpetuity if he going to move up to the front office.
Well, we don't know what he's going to be doing in the front office. But that was about to sound bad. But him in the head seat as a coach, um, I'll be extremely surprised to see him get another opportunity. And I wouldn't say I'm against it, which is the craziest thing to say, but I just would be very surprised because he hasn't shown to develop players. So you have to have a studded roster to really capitalize on Doc Rivers as your head coach. And now we know you got to be healthy because he had the star, but it still didn't play out. I ain't gonna stay too long on Doc because I think I've given Doc enough swings. Yeah, it's time to move on. It's time to move on.
Hey, Mr. KD, Doc top 6 in winning all time.
Right, because
He
they
won
keep
the
hiring them.
goats.
They keep
So
hiring them.
what's up?
They keep hiring them.
But he keep winning though. He won the
Winning what?
I want to say he got over 12,000 wins. He number
Winning
6.
what? Oh, games. Oh yeah, he went.
Yeah.
Wait, look at the rosters he's had. You better win games.
Top 6. He wanted to go, got a ring, headed to the Hall of Fame. There's a team waiting on him. If not next season, this the year after that, he will be back on the sidelines. That's my prediction. He'll be back on the sidelines. Somebody gonna give him a job. It's a fool out there. All
Yeah,
right.
he about to be bagging groceries at UNC.
All right. So, Mr. KD and Mr. Murray, I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD. Play-in game
Doc
picks.
Rivers is Hall of Fame. Don't do that, man.
He can be in the Hall of
He's
Fame.
a Hall of Famer.
He
He
can
the
also be cleaning up on aisle
Bagging those
12.
groceries, man. That man could walk up into the sunset right now. Never deal with basketball again.
He should have did that 3 years ago.
He should have never came to the Bucks anyway.
You called me.
I know. Well, the Bucks fired their coach. I think they were 30-13. Who fired their coach at 30-13? That's a heck of a record.
We thought Doc would be better.
They ended the season with like what 39 wins for 50 losses?
No, they did good that first season. They did good. They won 30-13 because I think it was the first 30-some games that they did it. So, but
he's probably 13 and like 20 something.
They was
winning. But they thought Doc would be better, and that didn't age well.
All right. This is our play-in game picks. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD.
Play-in.
Yeah,
Tell me look up.
that's what I'm like. This man goes like, hold
No, I gotta stick with who I got. Charlotte. I'm gonna start with them because that's the team I want to see make it so badly, man. I want to see LaMelo in those playoff environment games, and I want to see
I'm
Charlotte
telling
because they
you.
earned it.
We sat here on this very same panel talking
Same
trash about
podcast
Charlotte.
within this year anniversary. We've done this. And we said a whole lot of dirt about them, and they are in the play-in on track to get to the playoffs right now.
Crazy.
And I'm cheering for them heavily.
Said them boys want serious.
And I thought they was just clocking in, but obviously that didn't age well. They showed how serious they really take it, and
They
that's
got
why I
to. I'm
want to
telling
see
you,
it. I want to
they
see it
play
in the
these very
playoffs.
same takes in their meetings. They go out there and hoop.
I want to see it in the playoffs where everything is on the line, where everybody's watching you. There's no other game on. You might say Charlotte don't get that much TV time. You gonna get all the TV time you need in the playoffs, and I
Yeah,
think they'll be fun to watch. So I got Charlotte.
I think they are an excited team. So I could definitely see why.
Yeah, I got Charlotte and Orlando coming out the East.
Yeah, Miami and Orlando. I had both Florida teams.
Oh, you got Miami going?
Hey, I had Miami and Orlando. Miami, man, they got the experience. Like you were saying earlier, they experience is something.
Yeah. It
Like
only
they've
works
been
against
here.
the
They
best
and
experience
then
team.
with some of the players that like the true core and foundation of that team, they've been to the finals. They know. They know what it takes to get there. They don't have Jimmy no more, but they know what it takes to get there.
I ain't mad at you for the two Florida teams. It's kind of safe. We both agree that Philly ain't making it. You see,
Yeah,
we
no, no,
say
no.
that,
I don't see that happening.
and that ain't even.
I do agree with you for wanting to see Charlotte though. I cannot I can't deny that they are an exciting team. It's crazy that they shifted it into a whole new gear after, like I said, we sat on this pot in the same panel, one whole episode just trash talking them, and then boom.
That was Mr. KD, just for the record. So
I
I
never
just want
trashed
everybody.
that he don't take the game serious. That's not trashing. That's what I was watching.
So I disagree with y'all slightly. I got the 76ers beating Orlando, and I got
Yo,
shot. I do have Charlotte beating Miami though. I have that. So that means that with that being said, it will be Orlando and Charlotte playing, and I got Charlotte winning that game also. So I got Charlotte winning on, moving on, and I got the 76ers moving on. I just
you got
believe the
Charlotte
76ers
and the
got
power of
Maxey.
friendship.
You said what, sir?
You got Charlotte and the power of friendship.
Now I got Maxey and Paul George, and I think they got just a little bit more than Orlando, so that's why I got them beating Orlando. With Charlotte, they got the number 1 and 2 3-point shots made leader in the league with Khan and LaMelo Ball. I think it's 273 and 272. So, like y'all say, they're exciting. They're gonna make threes. They up and down. They young. They athletic. So that's what I got coming out the East. What about the West for y'all? It's on you, Mr. KD.
I got the Clippers and Phoenix coming out the West. Shout out to Portland. But I didn't even know
Yeah,
Portland was playoff eligible,
I
like
didn't.
fighting for the playoff.
Speaking of Hassan Whiteside,
Yeah, shout out to Portland. But
but
no,
yeah,
I got Clippers and Phoenix.
I definitely can see that. I got the Clippers of Phoenix. And Phoenix got Jalen Green. How about that?
And it's gonna be three the hard way. 'Cause I got the Clippers and Phoenix also. And to the Portland Trailblazers, through everything they had to go through this year, I didn't expect them to be nowhere near where they at now coming into the season. And then with the turmoil they went through,
There's no reason to
this
throw
my
no
hats
shots
off
at
to them.
man.
With
They
that
got
being
talent.
said, I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD. NBA full season recap. 3 to 5 biggest storylines, takeaways for the season. It's on you, Mr. KD.
Three biggest storylines, or 3 to 5. I really got four, but I'm gonna only say three. The MVP race. I think we've never seen nothing like this where we get this
It's
well
so close,
at the end of the season, and you got this many candidates because you can really stretch five. You got this many candidates that are viable to win the MVP, and you can make a
and
strong argument for each one.
some that just happen to end up being ineligible. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, that's especially for the first year. Um, yeah. So the MVP race is the toughest one. We never got this far postseason and everything, and we got 4 to 5 arguments that you can make for guys. And like you said, even guys like Cade Cunningham who aren't eligible have a definite argument. So that was one. Jalen Brown, the year he's had when nobody Everybody expected this to be a down year for Boston with Jason Tatum coming off a late season injury. He took it on the chin and he took it as disrespect, and he went out, put the work in, and then we're seeing the fruition of that work that he's put in this season. Charlotte Hornets, this second half has been a phenomenal storyline because, like we just spoke about, we kind of killed them in the first half. We wrote their obituary in the first half, and I said we. I don't want this to flip on me. Nah, we was all saying the same thing. We wrote their obituary and they turned it up in the second half, as well as the
point
Clippers.
blank period.
The Clippers did it as well. Clippers,
The
we
Hornets
kind
said
of
they
walked
ain't
them
right
off.
back, KD.
Huh?
The Hornets said they didn't write back.
Right. And then the Clippers, they started off with 16 wins and they went on a 36-19 run to put themselves in qualification for the playoffs. So, and then the Giannis injuries have been disheartening this whole season, and it's really dampened his future with the Bucks. Even though I thought he should have been off the Bucks prior, but now I think the writing is on the wall. But the biggest one is the MVP race for me.
I'll definitely have to second you with the MVP race. Like you said, it being so close with even with some of the ineligible candidates, it's like the MVP race is so close. Everybody has a fair enough argument to be considered an MVP, or even more so, just the MVP of their side. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been done before. I mean, I feel like this is a good year to end up that somebody ends up saying for a co MVP, but I don't
It
know.
has
I
to be
don't
a three
necessarily think
code.
that three co MVPs.
Co.
I did see that I did see hear some speculation about doing like an MVP, like a big man and then a wing player type, but
They better not. They better not.
I don't really think it needs to be differentiated like that. But even more so, like you said, well, I wouldn't necessarily say Boston, perhaps, but more of how, like you said, it was their down year, or everybody projected it to be a somewhat of a down year, and they still ended up being one of the top teams in the East, and that's mainly being carried by Jalen Brown after everybody kind of wrote him off, saying that he was really second fiddle to Jason Tatum. So that number three would be the Pistons being number one in the East. I would have never guessed that. Would have never guessed the Pistons to be number one in the East. And then I'll double down on the one with Giannis's injuries, because I don't think I've ever seen him get injured as many times as he has this season in the regular season in general. But even more so, it's just you can see the turmoil and the true descent of the team is starting to get to him outside of basketball. Like, this is starting to affect him personally. So I think it's about time. Like you said, the writing's on the walls. It's almost about time for Giannis to just part ways with Milwaukee.
Mr. Murray, it ain't almost. It is time. He sit the NBA on his team and say, go investigate them and ask them why they won't let me play. Once you start sitting the NBA to your team and they go investigate your team, you got to go, baby. It's time to part ways. But the Jalen Brown thing in particular, he stepped up. Before this season, I ain't gonna lie to you, I never would have picked him in the MVP race. That would never have thought of mine. Coming into this season, last season, any other season I've seen him play, I never was like, that's an MVP candidate. So that right there. And two other things is kind of quote unquote negative. The first thing is with the MVP race, I think this is gonna be the year they're gonna change the fact that from here on out, unless they change the rule, we're gonna start looking at how many games people played. This is the first season I ever looked. Oh, did he play 65? I never thought of that ever as a basketball fan. Like, that never been crossed my mind. Like, how many games he played? Does he play 65? So I think from here on out, that's gonna be a marker that people are gonna be very aware of. That, man, so and so had a good year, but he ain't played 65 games. He only played 64. The other thing, the year of the tanking. This is the first NBA season where 8 teams have 55 plus losses in a season. It never happened in NBA history. If they can't do nothing about the 65 game rule, they have to do something about this tanking and all that. 8 teams in the 30 team league. That's too many teams tanking, and it's too blatant. So those are my 3 biggest takeaways of this season. Before we get to the next topic, Mr. KD, I'm gonna ask you, do you got any other NBA news before we get to the next topic?
Yeah, I want everybody to sit tight because the Superman, he got to put his cape on again. They're doubting him once again. They don't expect him to do anything in the playoffs with his other two guys down. So we're going to see LeBron put that cape on again and just jump in that bag. But, hey, pay attention. Don't let it surprise you. You were warned here first.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Mr. KD. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be surprised. I don't see them getting more than 2 games out of Houston.
Surprise. Oh, you.
I would be.
What?
I
You
won't be
against
surprised.
LeBron? What?
I'd be surprised. Nah, I mean, he had a good end of the last week of the season. He did his thing. Okay, he turned back the
I
hands of
would
clock.
have never imagined you being against LeBron. Never.
I ain't against him. I'm just be surprised if he can pull off this. That's gonna be monumental, especially with that roster. Cause it ain't just that he got 2 players injured. The rest of that roster, the way it's constructed, is not it's poorly constructed. Basically, what I'm saying.
Speak on Cleveland when they lost Kyrie and Kevin Love.
Yeah, but that was in the finals. So and we didn't expect much, and he did his thing there too. But that was young LeBron. This
That's
Say that
that's
was
the
young
only argument.
LeBron.
That's the only argument. That's the only argument that I will bow to. But like I said, I ain't had to do it all year, so I should have something to take. You can't compare LeBron at 41 to the average 41-year-old. Obviously, we've learned that.
No, obviously. And that's why we did that debate a couple of episodes ago. Please check it out when we did the debate versus Brady versus LeBron. Because I'm watching him in his latter years, and I'm saying that this might be the best 40-something-year-old athlete I ever seen. Like the back end of his career, he got to go down, and they're gonna be him and Tom Brady as probably the best player longevity wise, like from start to finish, what he did as a totality of career. You can't knock it. I remember Jordan when he was 40 years old with the Wizards. He wasn't picking up these numbers, and his team made the play.
It's gonna be LeBron because of the fact that he got to play both sides of the ball. So he's gonna get that edge over Brady just because of that.
All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari. This is one of our best topics on one of our podcasts, which was our top 10 sports movie. So we rewind that back, and we're gonna bring that topic back up. This is, I guess, our next top 10 movies. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari, then Mr. KD, and I finish it up.
Coach Carter.
We should have drafted because you about to say about 7 of
All
them.
right, so I'm about to say we could do the draft like we did the last time.
Because you about to take about 7 of them off my list.
All right, well I went first, and I took Coach Carter.
No, we got to get clearance from
Nah, go ahead.
So what are we drafting? 5?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, we can draft 5.
Amari, me, you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go last. You got Coach Carter on the board.
I got Coach Carter.
I got Pride.
I've never seen that movie before.
I don't think I've seen it either.
That's the swimming movie, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna go with a little tear jerker. I'm gonna go Rudy.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen Rudy?
Don't know what it's about. What is that about?
He went to Notre Dame, played football.
And Joe Montana was the quarterback of that team. That's just FYI.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be able to get that and Coach Carter. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm going, he got game.
Oh, well, I guess this is a sports movie, but y'all let me know. Space Jams.
Space Jam is a sports movie.
What you mean y'all let me know? It's about basketball.
I said it is a sports movie.
I mean, people be particular about certain things.
You know, we got to start snake drafting. We got to start snake drafting. Our next one, we got a snake draft.
All right, yeah, we should definitely do a snake draft next time. But remember the Titans.
Gosh, he got a lineup. This ain't working out well. Love and Basketball.
Okay.
Dang,
this is a classic.
My whole lineup is so black.
I
got all the Friday Night Lights. You took them from me. I wanted Friday Night Lights, but it was.
You went Pride first.
I'm gonna go Glory Road.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Quick segment. I watched Pride recently, and I forgot how good of a movie it was when I first watched it. It almost made me break down, man. It almost made me break down. It'll bring tears to your eyes, man.
So now I'm gonna check it out. I never seen it before, but I'm gonna go Glory
You heard
Road.
about it, right? That's Terrence Howard.
Yeah, that's a swimming movie, right?
Yeah, Terrence Howard bringing that. Yeah.
Terrence Howard, yeah. Yeah, Glory Road. That's what I got. It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Hey, that wasn't even on my list. That's a good one.
Blind Side.
That was up there. Yeah, that was a good one. Got a good lineup, Amari. This might be the first time I bow down and say you might have won. Do I want to go nostalgia or I want to go reality? I'm gonna go Ali.
Okay.
And you already know that was my next one. Hey. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, we making them change the draft board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm gonna go with somebody that we're gonna speak about a little later. Blue Chip.
I thought you was gonna go King Richard.
I ain't gonna lie. How you was talking about a movie that brought that really hit you, Warner.
Don't know what it
You
is.
talking about the
Warner.
one movie?
Yeah, that movie actually did something for me.
I
I
ain't
haven't
seen it.
seen that neither.
Yeah, I ain't seen it.
The
This is why
Underdog.
we
Yeah.
draft. This is perfect. That's why we draft. Because it's some movies I got to check out now. I done learned two of them. Rudy, Warner. Got to check them out. To close off, I'm
Oh, I
going
got one. I got one more. Nah.
nostalgic. You ain't got no more.
No, I got it's an honorable mention. I know I ain't got no more in the
Oh,
draft. I already picked my lineup. I won. It don't matter.
you might be right. You might be right. Nostalgia wins, and I'll go on the lighter side. I'm going with Sandlot. I gotta
And
put him in there. I gotta put him in there. That's my childhood.
I
Gotta put
got
him in there.
I got IT movie, even though I'm pretty sure he probably
Oh, I
not
know
gonna
where
say
he
it because
about
he
to go
forgot the
because he
last
No, I'm
forgot.
time.
gonna say it
He
back. I
forgot.
want to thank you, but you
He
said it, so
forgot.
I got
He
to go
about to go. I
King.
know where he going. Yeah, I know where he going.
I had to go King Richard. You know. I left the movie as soon as I left. I called KD. Hey, you got to watch this. So I
I
got to
shouldn't
go
have
King
said that.
Richard.
I shouldn't have said it to after we finished drafting.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I want
No,
to
but
thank you.
the honorable mention I had was 12, which is the movie about Jackie Robinson.
No, I thought that was 42.
Oh,
42,
42.
42, 42.
42, not 12. Who's
Yeah,
12?
I thought about that too, and I thought about Mighty Ducks. That was back to the childhood thing.
Mighty Ducks, yeah.
Um, I think that was all my pick.
Basketball.
The
Those-
one I was going to go with before you said King Richard was Little Giants.
That's what I was
Yeah,
expecting him to
yeah.
say was Little Giants because he
Angels in
forgot to say it the last
Angels
time.
in the outfield.
That was
Yeah.
another one, too. That was another one, too.
I just watched that movie the other day. That's crazy.
And
That
then
was
you
another
got what's the one with the Rock? I like that. It wasn't a great
Walking
movie,
Tall.
but
It ain't Walking Tall. Grid Iron.
Gridiron Game.
The Gridiron
Gridiron Game.
Game. I'm
Longest
about to say,
Yard was a funny one with Adam Sandler. Um,
League
yeah.
of Their Own. Yeah, you got
Oh, that's a good one right there. I love that movie. Ain't no crying in baseball. That's yeah.
So we had some good ones. Like I said,
yeah,
Amari probably this is the first time ever that we probably give a winner away before we take it to the polls. But Amari lineup is gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah, he had Coach Carter, Friday Night Lights, Remember the Titans.
When you get Friday Night Lights and remember the
On a
Titans,
movie.
that means somebody messed up somewhere.
You said what, Mr. KD?
When you get Friday Night Lights and remember the Titans, somebody messed up somewhere.
You went with Pride, He Got Game, Loving Basketball,
I told you I went pro.
and Ali.
so I went pro black.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was doing it, so I said, "Oh, these are all." Yeah, but I'm good. I'm good where I'm at.
And I would
You
have put
stole them
Cool
from me.
Runnings up there.
You stole them from me. Look, I couldn't go. If I would have did that, I would have been at that point.
No.
My whole list is racist. If I would have went Cool Runners.
Now, Cool Run, yeah, that was another one. We might got to do a part 3 to this now. And we did like 10 the last one, this 15. So that lets you know how many great sports movies there are also, though.
Oh, for sure.
With that being said, let's get to sports
We didn't
entertainment.
not to switch it to.
Yeah.
We didn't even say none of the Rockies.
Yeah. So Rocky was gonna be my 5, but I felt like I was like, we're doing a little too much right now.
They like 8 deep. We could have went through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You talking about 8
They only
deep?
had
You
3
got
good ones,
Rocky.
really. Oh, you counting Creed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could have said
yeah.
Creed.
Even the one that he did, little offshoot jump called Balboa. Well, not Balboa. What was it?
Balboa.
Yeah, Balboa. Yeah, I ain't really like it, but that ain't deep.
There's some wrestling movies out there too, like the Iron Claw.
I haven't seen that. I wanted to see
I
that.
haven't seen that. I heard it was a good movie.
Too. Some wrestling movies is pretty good too. So yeah, we left a lot to
They
cover.
just came out with one about a female wrestler too, probably like a year ago. I didn't get the chance to watch that neither.
We left a
She was
lot
like
to
the female wrestler to win the championship, the win the heavyweight championship or something. But let's get to wrestling in particular. This is our WWE WrestleMania pregame. And I'm going to start with you, Mr. KD. Unstoppable Force versus the Immovable Object. Brock Lesnar versus Obi Femi. Oba Femi. What's your thoughts about this before we get to the next topic? It's on
Oh,
you,
you
KD.
you use the wrong nicknames. It's the ruler Obafemi versus the beast Brock Lesnar.
The beast incarnate right there.
Yeah, you got to
Yes.
say it. You got to say
Conqueror.
it like Paul Heyman.
Brock.
Lesnar.
Yeah. But no.
Yeah.
What was the direct question though?
Got to say this. Paul Heyman mic skills might be 10 out of
Oh,
10, man.
He's the greatest manager of all time.
Easily. Easily one of the greatest managers of all time.
No, I don't think we can say one of. He's the greatest manager.
We'll have to talk about that in a future pod.
But what was the direct question for this topic? What was it?
Oh, Brock versus Oba.
What about it?
Your thoughts? What's your thoughts about this?
Yeah,
What's your
I'm excited
prediction?
about
How
it.
you think the fight gonna be?
I'm excited about it, man. I think I that's what I'm torn on because they're pointing towards over, but I don't think you can. Brock can't lose now because every interaction they've had, he has not even looked dangerous as he should be. So I think they're gonna swerve everything with Brock winning. But if you're gonna do it the right way, you got to have Oba winning this one and then going on to something else, another storyline bigger than that, because you got to capitalize on it. He is the biggest thing going into WrestleMania as far as the reaction to the crowd and to the wrestling culture. So you got to capitalize on this moment. If you let Brock beat him, then you're kind of going to defeat everything that you built up. But at the same time, how do you value Brock? Is he at that point of his career where he's just putting guys over, or do you still value
So
him as being the
that
beat?
was actually one of the points that I was gonna make. It's like, I mean, I feel like Brock's putting Oba over enough to, like you said, it's either to put him over when it comes to WrestleMania, and if you do put him over at WrestleMania, does this hint at a potential retirement for Brock at SummerSlam?
Oh, with Gunther.
Yes, being that Ray backed out of the match with Gunther, so he could potentially have a retirement match against his son.
So who you got winning, man? You tiptoeing around it. You got Oba
Oh, I got Oba winning.
for argument narratives. I'm going Brock,
That's cool.
but the right move would be Oba though.
You gonna see the first. You gonna see Brock Lesnar get the second 450.
Is it going to be a squash or is it going to be a competitive match?
Nah, I think it's gonna be a good match. Like you said, these are two beasts running at each other. Like, this is
I
gonna be
want to see my
something.
man. I want to see my man take a first class trip to Suplex City. I gotta see this. He got to be throwing Oba around. I want to see it at least for a period in the
I feel
match.
like he gonna get Oba once, but I don't see him like you said. I don't see him just throwing him around.
Suplex City. I want to see him go from corner to corner. Suplex City.
So I mean, outside of Brock and Oba, I mean, you got a lineup. I mean, you got Gunther and Seth. You still got Cody and Randy. Like, what you thinking about these matches?
No, Seth and Gunther might be the most match I'm most excited for. And the crazy thing is,
It's
they probably
technicians.
the match with the least storyline. Like they just basically threw this out there and it worked for me personally because I have no doubt they're going to put on a performance when they get in the ring. Now I think Braun Breaker's going to play a part into the turnout and the result of the match. But if they keep Braun out of it, I think this has the chance to steal the night or steal both nights if that's it. With these two guys. So I'm very excited about that one. The ladder match. I'm excited, man. You got old man Ray, and then you got the young gunners. You got Penta, who's
Yeah,
younger, Javon Evans,
Penta, Javon Evans.
Dragon Lee. You got some guys in there that can have some highlight moments, especially Javon Evans. I feel like he's gonna get that
Jav-
Kofi Kingston narrative
He's
there every time
Javon
he's
Evans is
involved.
electric.
Then his athleticism is superb. It's out of this
Yeah,
world.
like
So he's gonna be able to do something to steal the moment, to steal a moment out of this match for sure. I don't even know who I would
yeah.
pick as a winner though. I don't know. Yeah, so those are the other two that I'm excited about, and then low key I'm excited about Balor and Dom because I'm just a Dom fan, so I'm excited about
I,
that match.
I'm excited for the return of the demon potentially.
Man, no
I'm
potential.
not
They
gonna.
said it.
I'm gonna
set it.
say I'm like, yeah, I forgot they did release everything, which I also am not a fan of. But I'm excited for the return of the demon. I'm not so sure about. And I'm not sure about Dom winning that match, but I do think Dom can come out on top if he plays his cards right. Dom's very strategic in ring.
I like Dom, man. I like him. That one day where he hosts the WWE Championship, that's gonna be a moment for me because I want to see him get there. So yeah, you got to remember when he was in the Eddie Guerrero storyline way back, when he was just a little.
Yeah, when they was
Yeah.
fighting for
You looking
adoption
to grow
papers.
up.
They was having a whole match for adoption
It's
papers.
something about when you see somebody grow up in the business, you want them to reach. The storyline is just beautiful when you reach the pinnacle. So I
I
hope he'll
mean,
get there. I think he'll get there.
it's I mean that's kind of how I feel with Cody because it's
Right.
like
Cody get the
I
same, yeah.
seen him come in and now I see him now. Like I watched you be the whipping boy along with Ted DiBiase Jr. to Randy, and then now you
Yeah,
are
no,
the
don't
American
skip. Don't skip.
Nightmare.
We all got to remember Stardust. Don't
Yeah,
forget Stardust. We done seen you go through some stuff.
yeah.
No,
I done
that's
literally
true though.
seen you at the bottom up to the top. So it's like,
That's true because it's the narrative. It's because wrestling, and we stand on this longer than we should have, but it's always been about the storyline. Like the wrestling is the first thing, but the storyline is important as well. And guys like Cody, guys like Dom, the storyline is written for you. Just don't screw it up. So you wanna see those guys get to the top.
All right. Before we get to the next topic, is any more WrestleMania or anything else that y'all really curious about WrestleMania? Anything, any matches, any angles, something they missed, whatever thoughts you got about WrestleMania before it happens.
I want to
Celebrity
know
involvement.
what Drew
Getting out of
McIntyre is
pocket.
gonna do. What is Drew McIntyre gonna do once Randy hoists this title?
Once. Oh, it's already written, huh?
Oh, I'm declaring it.
I got a problem with the celebrity involvement, man. I spoke on it last week, and I'm gonna double down so you know how serious I am. It's getting out of pocket.
I don't know. I like Yachty and Trick Williams. I'm
Getting
not
out
a
of pocket.
fan of Speed and Jelly
We
Roll and
got
all
Lil
that.
Yachty, Jelly Roll, Speed, and I'm gonna count Pat McAfee at this point because they only
You
went
gotta
for
count Pat McAfee.
celebrity gap. It's getting out of here. It's getting out of
I,
here.
like I said,
McAfee
I like.
walked out with the belt. Why is it not on Randy? He's getting out of pocket.
Like I said, I like Trick Williams and Yachty. I feel like they actually feed off of each other. Like in a Paul Heyman like role, Yachty's definitely Trick Williams hype man.
But Lamar, we can't praise them for the laziness. Yachty just was
Yeah,
thrown there. There was no type of development of his character and where he stands. We just threw him out there and said, "Hey, we're gonna get some more views." That's lazy.
yeah. I mean, it was a childhood dream of Yachty's, and they fulfilled it for him.
Well, I got a childhood dream to be a WWE wrestler too. Call me.
Hey,
Well, I ain't a
you
celebrity. My fault. I ain't a celebrity yet.
celebrity involvement. You
Hey,
will be there
IT, we got new
eventually.
goals. We want you to get this podcast to the point me and Amari can be managers at WrestleMania.
I
Huh.
got
Oh
you, got
yeah.
you, got you.
I gotta
Managers at
figure out how I
WrestleMania.
cut my first promo.
All right. With that being said, I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD. This is our first, second, and third All NBA team selection, our official ballot, and then we're gonna also do our first and second rookie team. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD.
Well, let me put it out there, IT. I only did a first team for the rookies because I think once I got the name in the second team, I was like, don't
Hey,
nobody
it
know
was
these people.
hard on it.
Ooh,
I was like, don't nobody know these people. I'm not to
ooh. Now,
disrespect them, but I was
trust
just
me,
saying.
I was on the same wave. I already knew exactly what he's talking about because I'm pretty sure we got the same list
I
because
started naming them, and then I was like, every
everything is
name I
kind
have to
of
say, I'm gonna have to say where they played and what they've done just to justify them being on the whole list. So, but it's much easier on these first three All NBA teams.
All right.
First team All NBA, I got Jokic, Shea, Wemby, Luka, Jalen Brown.
exactly.
This is the only thing, Mr. KD. Do you think Luca will make first team only because of the 65 game rule? I know he's supposed to pick like a
I think he
grievous
got,
in.
yeah, I think he's gonna make it. I think he's gonna
I
make
think
it.
they're
And
gonna give it to
like
him.
I spoke about earlier, that rule's gonna change. This is gonna be a one and done year with that rule. They're gonna make
But
modifications.
I'm talking about for this year though. Like he's
I said
still,
I think he's gonna make it.
as of right now, he's quote unquote not eligible. Quote.
Yeah, but he has a unseen circumstance grievance in, but I think it's gonna get it. If he doesn't, then maybe Kawhi KD will slide up. But for right now, I got Luka in there. Until they tell me he ain't gonna make it, that's my person. Second team, Jamal Murray, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant. Oh no, first team. Which is that the same?
Oh yeah, I got the same exact thing. That's why I was like, first team is guaranteed exact same.
The only thing, like I said, I got Jokic, Wemby, Brown, and SGA. I picked Donovan Mitchell there because I think Luka not going to be eligible. So if Luka is eligible, Donovan Mitchell going to the second team. But other than that, I got Donovan Mitchell.
All right, I
I
got
don't think that's
Murray,
bad
Kawhi.
either.
You said what happened?
I said I don't think that's bad either.
Yeah, he's deserving. I got Jamal Murray, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell for second.
I mean, I got everybody but Jamal Murray.
Oh,
Who
I
you
ain't
got in
gonna lie
place
to you. It was a little bias in there, but this is what I do.
Who you got in place with Jamal Murray?
Austin Reeves.
Oh, nah, never mind. If you go there, no, sir. No, sir. You're not putting all three over Jamal Murray. It was a lot of names you could have said, no, sir.
So I went with Kawhi, KD, Maxey, LaMelo, and Chet. That's my second team.
Not bad.
That's not bad. Then I got Jalen Duran, Jalen Brunson, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson. And my fifth person I can't pick. It's between those three. It's between Chet, Melo, and James Harden. But I'm gonna go with LaMelo.
You got the same five, Mr. Murray?
No, I got LaMelo. I don't have Jalen Duran. I had Chet. I didn't have Jalen Duran.
Okay.
Pretty much, I had LaMelo and Jamal Murray on my third team, and I didn't have Jalen Duran. I had Chet.
All right. So I got Durant, Bronson. I got Cat on my third team, Jamal Murray, and Jalen Johnson. I want to say it's only four players I think that's averaging 26 and 7. I think he's one of the four, if I ain't mistaken. So that's who I got on my third team. And you said,
Scotty Barnes ain't on none of y'all three teams.
Nah. What you got him on your third team?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I don't got Scotty. I think Jalen Johnson might have took a spot for me.
No, both of them. No, Jalen Johnson solidified. I'm trying to see who I'm disagreeing with you with. Who did you put?
I got Murray, Durant, Bronson, Cat, and Jalen Johnson.
Cat.
I don't think you got Cat on none of your teams.
Cat.
I don't have Cat on none of my teams at all. I don't have Cat and I actually I don't. Well, no, I got Jalen Brunson. I got Jalen Brunson, LaMelo, Jamal Murray, Cat. Who's my other one?
And what you was about to say? Who to what?
Okay, hey, it's thing sensitive. Yeah, I don't even know. I didn't even have 5 for that one. Oh well, guess Cat gonna be on that list.
But you ain't have Kawhi on yours.
I had Kawhi on my second.
Oh, okay.
Kawhi and KD was on my second one.
Okay.
Everything was the same, but I didn't have Jamal Murray on my second team. I had Jamal Murray on my
Where
third team.
Chet at? You had Chet?
Chet was on my third team.
I'll take that. Now we're gonna do our rookie team. And like you said, I got 1 and 2.
No, let me hear this.
Most likely we probably got the same for the first. I got
I feel like everybody the first team was pretty much set in stone.
No, it's kind of that fifth person can be iffy. I don't think we're gonna have the same fifth person.
So go ahead. I'm gonna follow behind you. You want tomorrow?
I had Cooper Flag, Con Knuppel, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, and I slid Ace Bailey in there.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have Ace Bailey in there. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't play. I didn't pay a lot of attention to his game, but I didn't have Ace Bailey at all.
Live in Utah.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. No, I didn't. I did not have Ace Bailey.
And I ain't gonna lie, Ace Bailey was kind of a personal preference spot too. So you're gonna say some guys that's probably more qualified, but I believe Ace Bailey, it's not gonna age well. Put it that way. Ace Bailey is gonna be better than a lot of these guys.
The only name I think I differ was. But let me ask you about this: Queen and Fears. What do you think about them two in particular?
Derek Queen.
That's who it was. Derek Queen was my fifth man.
He was an argument point. Yeah, he was an argument point. But I didn't. I chose him, but I get Derek Queen. I get it.
All right. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari. We're gonna go guard for guard. Who shined the brightest? Derrick Rose versus Penny Hardaway. Who was the bigger star? It's on you, Mr. Murray.
Well, sir, as we all know, I was not alive for Penny Hardaway's playing days, but I can definitely tell you how big of a star Derrick Rose was. I mean, hey, Rose that grew out of the concrete jungle. I mean that
So
man was
just because
something
you was
different,
young, just because you young, that just eliminates Penny. That's what you trying to say?
in
That
my opinion.
eliminates
Yeah. Hey, I had a pair of Penny shoes. That's the best I can give you.
Penny.
I had a pair of Penny Hardaways. That's the best I can give you. It's like, but I mean, if you look at accolades, it's like I would give it to Derek because he got the MVP. But it's like Penny Hardaway was. I mean, he's a 3-time NBA, 4-time All Star. I mean, he had his time. And as we all know the sad story of Derrick Rose. Like once he had his ups, it kind of tremendously fell
Penny had a
down.
sad story too.
Huh?
Penny had a sad story too.
Oh, well, enlighten me. I don't know about Penny.
No, they both were derived by injuries. Now, of course, Penny never reached the MVP status, so his story. I mean, D Rose was a little sadder, but if we go down to talent, never mind. Let me let you finish first. Go ahead, Armand.
Like I said, I can tell you how big of a star Derrick Rose is. I mean, they kind of replay it for us all the time with whenever he kind of pops up, revigorating his story, showing you the injury and how it happens. Was why a lot of people have grievances against Tom Thibodeau. But um, I would have to go with Derrick Rose. So I would love to hear why Penny Hardaway would be a better choice.
Penny Hardaway was the better talent. His size, his offensive capability. Now, what I will give you, Derrick Rose was way more athletic than Penny. And the whole caveat to that is I believe Derrick Rose's whole game as far as judgment was athleticism. If we take Derrick Rose's athleticism away, that really drops him down the ladder of NBA players. Penny Hardaway lost his athleticism early and still was a capable scorer and could get it done as far as his shooting and three-level scoring. So I'm gonna go with Penny. It was critical that IT put star and then in parentheses put player. Because when we say who's the better star, Penny Hardaway is going to run away with it. But once he said player, that closes the gap. But I still think Penny Hardaway will get the edge, even though D Rose has the hardware that can probably trump Penny. But hey, I'm going with Penny Hardaway.
So look, let me ask you this question, Mr. KD. Penny took his team to the finals. Obviously, he had Shaq, and D Rose got an
That's the next
MVP.
point I was about to bring.
And D Rose got an MVP. Do those two kind of cancel each other out, or do you think they independently different?
You don't have that ring.
Who got a
I
ring?
have my trophy. I said, you don't have that ring. I have my trophy.
And right, and also a ring would be even with Penny's greatness, it'll be Shaq was there. So
yeah,
it's
they are
never
going to
still
constantly put
diminished.
an asterisk beside it, like, well, you're not the reason.
Right. So that's what I was saying. The hardware facet of it, D Rose gonna win that battle. But the basketball eye and the view of it, I think most people will pick Penny over D Rose.
If you was alive for it, just say that.
Well, truth be told, I ain't even gonna lie to you, and this gonna sound crazy. I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I don't think it's no right answer. And I picked this because when I was thinking about it, I looked up their stats. I said they so comparable that an argument can be made on both sides. They, some like they 3-point percentage. Both on they shot the same exact 3-point percentage. Like it's just little things you will look and see. Oh, one played 14. One play,
But Penny shot more.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like you look, their career started great when they was young, and they both fell off the map. Injuries, what it was, but same thing. And it was lower. Both of them was leg injuries. It was just like it's so much there. They both got their shoes now, and I think
D Rose, matter of fact, another argument, not to cut you off. Another argument for D Rose was he still kept playing. Like, so that might be another argument you make for him.
But that's the thing. Penny played 15. No, I think Penny played 14 and Derek played 15. So like, even though he kept playing, both of them played around the same amount of time. But I think the star part in particular, I think Penny was a bigger star. To Mr. Murray point, he said I wasn't alive to see him play, but I had his shoes. I don't know if kids that wasn't allowed to see Derrick Rose play would be wearing Derrick Rose shoes 10 years from now. So that goes
Derrick
to the
Rose
star.
gonna have a movie.
You
Penny
said
was in a
what?
movie. Penny was in a
Yeah,
movie. That's
yeah.
gonna elevate you right there.
Blue chip made my list.
I don't know why,
But
but hey,
this
the
is
movie
this is a
is.
tough. This is tough one. You said what the movie? You ain't like the movie? Oh nah, I don't. Maybe it's nostalgia, but yeah, I love the movie. I'm gonna go with Penny, and I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna go with Penny just for this reason. If I was a coach, I feel like a 6, 7 point guard that can score. I think I can do more with that as a coach. So I'm gonna just put my coaching hat on and say, if I was looking at both of them in the draft, what do I think I can get more out of a 6, 7 point guy or a 6'2", 6'3" dynamo point guy that's hell of explosive. And to your point is Derrick Rose explosiveness, the same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. His explosiveness is what also led to his downfall because he was so explosive, so impactful that he was coming down on that court after all these dunks and his knees just gave out on him. So I know you're
I
waiting
don't
for me
like when
to
it's worded like that, but yeah.
I thought you were waiting for me to say the other word. But this one thing I'm interested in, and it's gonna be our last verse of the night, because I'm real interested to see how y'all gonna play this one. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD. This is our pick 6. Who had the better career in their first 6 years? That's the first part of the question. The second part of the question is, who will be the better quarterback when it's all said and done? Right now, we're talking about the battle of the AFC North. Big Ben versus Joe Burrow. It's on you, Mr. KD.
I don't think this is gonna go the way you thought about when you wrote it. Because I'm a realist at the end of the day. I try to slide biasness in there when I want to or when I can, but I'm a realist. In Ben's first 6 years, he had 2 Super Bowls. In Ben's first 6 years, he was offensive rookie of the year. Ben started his rookie season 13-1. And he was the youngest quarterback to ever win the Super Bowl. So I can't really argue from a standpoint to be a valid perspective. The only thing I can hold on to and bring my biases into is the better quarterback.
Hey, Joe Burrow got. I'll take that side for you because I mean you won my argument for me, so I'll give you some light.
Yeah, I think he probably thought this was
Joe
going to be a
Burrow.
little more
Joe
combative.
Burrow got 20,000 yards, 20,000, almost 2,100 yards, whereas Big Ben in that same 6 year span only had 19,000. In 6 years, Joe Burrow has put up 157 touchdowns to 84 total turnovers, and Big Ben put up 127 touchdowns to 99 total turnovers. So Joe Burrow is definitely putting the ball in that painted area a whole lot more while taking care of it a lot more. But even with the time missed that Joe Burrow has had, he still put up more touchdowns with less turnovers than Big Ben in 6 years.
So therefore, I say, like I was saying, the better quarterback argument I can argue. But as far as the first 6 years, I can't argue that.
Yeah, that's the second part of the question, though. When it's all said and done.
When
Well,
it's all said and
I
done,
got a
Joe
gap
Burrow
to close.
got to get them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I got a gap
he
to
got to get
close.
them 2 rings.
Right. I got a gap to close.
I say it's at that point now it comes down to the hardware. I mean, obviously at this point you're already
This is the
on
best way I
pace
can
to
put
beat
it.
him by
How about I
statistics.
say?
So
He can be the better quarterback. We're fighting to see if he'll have the better quarterback career. So that's where we're at.
yeah,
But I don't like I'm gonna just say it. I don't like the way that you cut it off at a point where it was advantageous to Ben. You talking
It's
about
only
first
because the man
6 years.
played 6 years.
I'm about to say yeah.
It's
Burrow
a,
only played
that's why
six.
I said going forward.
So
That's what I'm saying.
so why did you bring this up? I don't understand. I think you're diminishing my boy because he's still playing as far as
That's
we
why the
expect
second
more
part
out of him.
is who's gonna be better when it's all said and done. If you
I don't
believe your
like
boy
it.
gonna be better
I don't like it. Compare him to
when it's
Carson
all said and
Palmer.
done, you don't believe your boy gonna be better.
Hey,
Compare him to
comparison
Carson
is the
Palmer.
thief. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Hey,
Compare him
that's
to
what we
Carson
do.
Palmer. Don't bring Joe Burrow into this conversation. when you're talking about a guy that got 2 Super Bowls and offensive rookie of the year, I think this was a jaded topic. But here nor there. Compare Carson Palmer.
To who?
Ben.
Try to make that argument, please.
I can't make this argument, but I'd rather do it with Carson Palmer than Joe Burrow.
I mean, I guess it is a finished career.
Yeah. You surprised me. I really thought you were going to fight on the second part of the question. Like, my quarterback is going to be so much better. You know, you're a Bengals fan, so you live in delusion. So,
like I said, he can fight
What was the fight?
Joe Burrow
We
will
agree.
have a better career.
We
But
agree.
as of 6 years in, there's no way you can sit there and look at it and be like, well, his numbers is better. You're not better than Big Ben, because as of right now, 6 years in, Ben had 2 rings and an offensive rookie of the year. Joe Burrow got an appearance. That's about it.
But that's my point, Mr. Marvin. The first part was where it is right now, and the second part was projection.
Well, we agree
Like you said, we agree.
We agree on both parts.
Literally, Joe Burrow's on pace to be better. It's no fight. There's no fight. We agree.
Would that be?
You can't fight punching in the same direction.
We're gonna get to our sticky nose segment. This is our 1-year anniversary. So I think last part of part 4 that we did the takes that we thought we was right, but we was wrong. So here we're doing the takes that we was actually right and the things we got right. And also the best moment for our year podcast is on y'all. Whoever want to go first is on you.
First thing I want to say is, told y'all Pittsburgh Steelers was winning the North. We did it. I was right about that.
You don't even want to explain what it took, but I get
Don't matter. Don't even matter. Hey, they said I was crazy. It happened.
Lamar got hurt. Joe got hurt. But that
don't matter. It happened. You trying to put a lot of asterisks beside my wins.
No, you got it. You got it.
Walking out here with a 41-year-old quarterback.
You got it. I can't argue with facts.
Are
we going one for one? My number one was the Dolphins' whole ranting back and forth. This was a beauty for me.
I can say you called that from,
and I got that backlash. It came at me, and we love the interaction. That's really probably what makes it my number one.
Don't forget to go check out KD's Hot Dolphins takes. Is a whole clip. Watch that. You'll know exactly what's going on with the Dolphins right now.
Hold up to your Kyler Murray takes. We've been consistent and aggressive the whole time.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was staying on that too. Kyler Murray had to go. Did he go where I thought he was going to go eventually? Yes, I called that he was going to go to Minnesota, and he signed. But Kyler Murray had to be gone. He said he had to go.
Hey, Mr. Martin, let me ask this question. Right before he signed, it came out that he been a Vikings fan his whole life. You believe that?
I think that, apparently him and Carson Wentz apparently were both Vikings fans and just happened to end up on the Vikings. So I don't necessarily think it's any true belief to, like you said, a Texas boy being a Vikings fan. But then again, you got to think there's never been a quarterback in Dallas that emulated what Kyler can do. So maybe that's the reason why.
And when you just said that thing of his age, he might haven't seen a good Dallas quarterback.
He was the Brett Favre era, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He might have seen a good quarterback.
Growing up in that era. So, like I said, there's never been a quarterback in Dallas that can emulate what Kyler can do. So that's why he branched to other places. And like you said, to the Brett Favre era, this could have been in the time that Brett Favre was in Minnesota. That's what made him a fan.
Now, next up, this is a great moment for this podcast. It was monumental. It was one of our emergency podcast calls that we all had to get on the line. The Bills playoff loss and funeral was a great moment for us. It dove into an argument that
one of our highest viewed videos. Go watch that. I say trust and believe.
But we ended on the same page, and that was the beautiful part of it, because he tried to avoid the reality so much, but we ended with the same agreement of the disappointment of that season and who it's going to fall on in that moment. So
and he ended up getting out of there.
No. I blamed it on turnovers. Somebody had
it was definitely on Josh, but I'm talking about who they blamed it on. And I said we agreed on who they was going to blame it on.
And that moment preluded another statement that was made in that podcast with Sean McDermott being possibly on the out, and then following days, He was on the outs, so yeah.
Yeah, I can say with the draft. I mean, although I don't want to toot my own horn with this one, but I'm most of the time pretty spot on with the draft. But saying that two tight ends we're gonna go in the top 15 picks, kind of hit that one directly on the money. Tyler Warren almost got me. He got picked at 14, but Colston Loveland and Tyler Warren being picked at 10 and 14 in the draft was on that one.
James Harden debate. We had a James Harden debate, and I remember the time and place. I was in a hospital parking lot in the truck when we did this podcast, and we elevated me and IT back and forth on the James Harden topic, and that was a moment because it showed how the energy can get to a certain point at a certain moment on a certain topic, and then from there we just kind of keep falling into these boxes. But yeah, that was another one, the James Harden debate, and I stand firm right now still with everything I said then.
Even though I ain't even give my rankings this day. I ain't even give my ranking this day. But just to jump off of what you said as a top moment, talking about how the emotions can get there and how everything can just get ramped up. The day that we ranked our top 10 quarterbacks.
Active.
Yeah, top 10 active quarterbacks. And y'all tried to tell me that Trevor Lawrence was in there.
Oh, no, it was me. It was me. And I still will tell you Trevor Lawrence is in there.
Not hearing it. But yeah, that was I think that might have been one of the best podcast episodes we've shot.
Yeah, because you didn't know what you was talking about when it came to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lastly, I got
10. I feel like top 10 is very like we know these guys. We don't know who we're getting from. We don't know who we're getting from Sunshine.
It ain't my fault Urban Meyer was my coach. That was my same narrative then. It ain't my fault.
We can't keep using something from year 1 and year 5.
Nah, year 5 was a good year though.
But you can't use the excuse from year 1 and year 5.
Not an excuse. Certain things we could call an excuse. That was not an excuse.
So last season he had a top 10 quarterback season.
No, but last year he was good enough to put him in the realm of arguing. I can argue for Trevor Lawrence. And like I said then, and I'm gonna say it now. Watch his career from this point forward. It's gonna close the gap in your eyes, but the gap is already closed in mine. But lastly, I had when we did our first draft, I believe it was the first, might have not been the first, but our first WWE draft for the big men. That got interesting and entertaining as well.
Nah, our WWE theme song draft. That was.
Oh, maybe that's the one I meant. That might be.
That's the one.
Yeah, that was the first.
Yeah, I switch it. You're right. It was the theme song one. I switch up.
So the theme song draft. That was the one.
And that's also a video too, because Stone Cold said so. The top 5 wrestling theme song entrants. Please check that out. And for me, I'm gonna say this: my best moment is we did it. That's my favorite moment. The fact that we built this from the ground up, just us 3, nobody else. We did it ourselves the way we wanted to do it. We built our own fan base, my own pod brothers. We got a pod family. I'm so proud of y'all, and I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I really do. I really appreciate y'all, and every week y'all show up, and I want to say thank you. That's my favorite moment, and I want everybody to know 2 things. The first thing is we just started and it's going to get better from here. And the second thing, we ain't going to play. We out.